Welcome back. We are now joined with Emma Montie, the Director of Men's Basketball Administration. Welcome, Emma. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, guys. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on the show, and we just kind of want to find out more about what you do in your job. So can you kind of just shortly explain what your roles are every day?
Yes. So as Director of Men's Basketball Administration, I guess some of my duties include managing the day-to-day schedule. I am kind of a liaison between different departments, so whether it's the fundraising department, the marketing department, working across offices with them in order to coordinate things. I also manage all of the team travel, so I would say that that is a big portion of my role. I spend the summers kind of contracting all of that, getting the team buses, the hotel, the airplanes all ready. Then during the season, I do have the opportunity to travel with the team and make sure things go smoothly with all of that, so the team is able to make it onto the court.
That's
and
awesome.
Play for you to
so
see.
you travel with the team everywhere they go?
Yes.
On the road. That's awesome. So I'm sure you're really close with all the coaches and the players at this point.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, I'm going into my second season with this staff here at CSU, and we're all, a family. So you spend more time here than you do at home, and it's a really great group of people to work with.
That's great. So we kind of talk about how we're women in sports media. We're surrounded by a lot of men. You are too, though. Did you grow up with brothers, or do you have those girlfriends that kind of keep that balance outside of work?
No, actually, I only have one sister,
Okay.
so no brothers, and it's kind of funny. I feel like I got into men's basketball by accident. Just during undergrad, my major was sport management, and I saw a posting online for a student office assistant in men's basketball. I applied, got the job. That took me through undergrad, and then I was able to stay on board for 2 more years as a graduate assistant before landing here with CSU men's basketball. But I love it.
Would you say that the CSU men's basketball team is like a good group of people and they're very inspirational with everything they do?
Yeah, definitely. This year we have 9 new guys on the team, which is pretty exciting. From getting to know them when they came here on the recruiting visit, and then always, getting the commitments and really seeing them step foot on campus, bond between the staff and the players, and just fit in and create something really cool. Yeah.
What's your favorite part about being involved in this team?
I think that it's just always changing.
Yeah.
With the travel, you're somewhere new every week. You can't predict what's going to happen if your bus is late or the food doesn't show up. Those are the things where you have to just plan on the go and roll with it and keep your cool. So kind of like that to mix things up.
I could see how that'd be a big issue for those big guys if the food didn't show up on time.
Tragic.
So was Nico Medved who hired you?
Yes, so I just had some mutual connections between the staff. So they came from Drake University to CSU, and I came straight from the University of Minnesota, which was where I did undergrad and grad school. And just through connections across the staff, I met him, had lunch, kind of interviewed for the job, and landed out here, which has been great. I'm so lucky to be in Fort Collins.
That's awesome. So you and Nico Medved are in your second year, and you mentioned there's a lot of new guys. Do you feel like everything's kind of gelling together pretty well so far?
I think so, yeah. We just had our first official day of practice, but our freshmen have been here since June, so we've really gotten all summer to get to know each other, team dinners at Coach's house, we went laser tag, bowling, all that. So I think we really have it rolling.
That's cool.
Okay, so real talk. How do you think they're going to do this year?
I'm excited. I think we will look completely different. So like I mentioned with the new players, a few transfers which will be sitting out, but they're still in the gym working hard every day. We have one transfer who is able to play, so that's exciting, and then our incoming freshmen. So yeah, I don't know. I try to pop down to practice and check everything out when I'm not upstairs in the office.
Awesome.
So how did you get involved in sports? Have you grown up playing sports?
Yes, I was always involved in athletics, elementary through high school, and then I got to college, and I was like, I have no idea what I wanted to do, and honestly, working in sports wasn't even really on my radar until one day I was in the process of actually transferring schools, and I saw a posting for a marketing internship, just game day marketing. I was like, well, that sounds really fun.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that. So I applied and began doing that. and that turned into me loving it. I went for the sport management major and then just kind of snowballed from there.
Do you have more career goals following this? Do you feel like you'll stay in Colorado for a while, or what's your your dream? Where do you dream to be in the future?
I guess in terms of destination, I would be happy wherever. Before I got the job out here, I'd never been to Colorado, but it's been great so far here at CSU. In terms of career goals, I think I'd love to stay in collegiate athletics. So whether it's just pursuing something in administration or something completely different, I just love the college atmosphere with the students and all of that.
Yeah.
So how dedicated would you say this team is to each other and to this faculty that you guys have?
I would say there's a high level of dedication, and like I mentioned, how we've been together for a few months now, and you can really see that even off the court, these guys hang out. You'll see them walking around campus together, doing things. So it's not just work, I guess, basketball for them. It's truly like team.
A friendship. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I was just wondering, is there anyone in the industry that you look up to?
Geez, it's hard to pinpoint specific people, but I mean, I'm surrounded by, obviously I'm the only female on my men's basketball staff, but within the department, there are, a number of different females that I can connect to, even males. I mean, working in sports, I feel like you really have to have that drive, and anybody who's willing to stick around, I respect that, because it's long hours, but it's fun.
Yeah.
So you work with the coaches a lot, and Nico and Dave, there's some characters that can be really fun. Do you have any funny stories that people might not know about? Or anyone with the team?
This is tough, I guess. I'm trying to think of something specific, but I think a highlight, last summer our team went rafting.
Oh, yeah.
So that was awesome. I happened to land in a raft with a few managers, a couple players, but then Coach Thorson, Coach Medved. I feel like everybody kind of had it together. Meanwhile, there was another raft with mostly players, our director of ops, Aaron, and they got all wrapped up in a rapid and actually flipped.
No.
So
They landed in the water.
yeah, we still make fun of them for that.
Oh, I bet that was funny. A little bit scary too.
Yeah. So you say that you conduct all the travel stuff for them. Have you ever had any incidences where things didn't work out, or you got there and rooms weren't booked or something?
A couple times. One time we got snowed in. There was a blizzard here, and we got stuck in New Mexico, so we were kind of scrambling, but we had enough time to talk to the hotel and were able to stay. So little things like that.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Keep breaking those barriers. That's awesome. And we are going to be coming back with Disrupted Picks.